Yeah. Once again, boys. So we reckon it's random. It's. Oh nah, Matt. Wait on. Chris is smarter.
Sadie used to worry about bringing bad breath into the bedroom. Now,
It's swishy time!
she uses TheraBreath over.
Hello world, and welcome to my CS50 final project. It's called Running Pal, and it uses OpenAI's API and Strava's API to generate a 30-day running training plan for a race distance of your choice based on your Strava running history. So this is just going to be a quick, simple video showing you sort of how it works and just showing like an application of using APIs and especially using OpenAI's GPT-3 because it's an extremely powerful tool, and APIs aren't really something that's spoke about much within CS50. I know there's a lot of bots using the Twitter API, and that's becoming a big thing. So something like that, and you can maybe tie that in with the OpenAI's GPT-3 and make some kind of, I've tried to get it, as you saw when I loaded it up, then it returned the days in a late. So I'm going to quickly go through the code. I'm not going to show you the top bit of the code because that's got my personal API keys and access tokens, refresh tokens, whatever, and I can't share them with you. But all this part of the code does here is gets all of my activities off Strava and downloads them, and then this part of the code here then goes through all these activities and creates them manually. This is then the
Okay, so is he code or? I'm very confused here, man.
In 24 weeks time, I'm going to duet this TikTok, hopefully having learned the basics of coding. I did it, come on! Today I'm going to show you what I was able to do after spending 6 months learning to code, starting with no experience. I didn't spend a single penny and was working full time. I started off with Scratch, which is essentially a crap version of Lego. So instead of sticking together different shaped bricks, use different programming functions, and using this you can build some very basic games and animations. Then I started learning my first programming language, C, which you can build real apps and websites with. And that's when I started to make my mark on the coding world. And after 1 month, I was able to write code like this, where you could upload a picture and then add a filter to it, like change it from coloured to black and white. 2 months in, and somehow I'd managed to build my own trading platform where you could pretend to buy and sell stocks using real data. And I had a good basic understanding of the main two programming languages, Python and JavaScript. Now I was following an introductory computer programming course by Harvard called CS50. It's free and genuinely just like really good. I'm usually falling asleep in lectures, but these I was engaged. I was
That's real.
learning stuff, and they were entertaining. And then November hit, and I
think it's entertaining because he spent 6 months learning how to code, probably more or less, not too sure. And you know, he enjoyed it. He stuck with it for that long, so you know what I mean.
Yeah, I did nothing. I had a load of other commitments, but that's what makes CS50 great. You can just pick it up as you please. And December, I rolled on. And then it was time to make my CS50 final project, which meant making literally anything. But this was at the start of December, when coding was about to change forever.
ChatGPT.
Write me a Python script for a game. Oh my, why is it so quick? Overnight I went from a complete amateur to, well, less of an amateur. course I didn't use it for my final project. Oh, come on. Please like the video. For my final project, I created a website which made running training plans using AI. I linked the website to Strava to get the user's existing running data and then linked that to OpenAI, where I asked it to make me a running training plan based on how much running the person was doing and what they were training for. And that was it. I completed the CS50 course in 3.5 months. But my project needed a lot of improvement. I mean, the website design, make your own judgment. And the training plans it made were just no good. So I taught myself how to make a fine-tuned AI model and train one specifically to make running training plans.
I'm gonna give him his props, man. I ain't gonna lie. I give him his props.
Ladies and
Yes, the Rick. Let's see what he has to say. Hold on.
for Call of Duty Black Ops 7 as well as for Call of Duty Warzone. We played it yesterday, we played it this morning, all on stream, and I feel like it is time to get in front of this camera, get in front of this microphone, and give you guys my honest thoughts about the state of the game right now as we sit here today. I got pros and cons for both multiplayer and Warzone. We're gonna talk about both of those within today's video. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I'm gonna have you guys a little surprised about some of my opinions when it comes to Season 1 for Black Ops 7, because I actually do like quite a bit of stuff within this game right now. So let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Oh my god, the Rick likes Call of Duty? Wait. I think this is a step for mankind, dude.
Section. I want to kind of treat this video like T-Dog's recent videos where we just have a little discussion, I guess you can call it, and just I give you guys my opinions, you guys give me your opinions in the comments, I respond to your opinions. Let me know what you think. Do you like the season? Do you dislike it? Are you even playing the game? Let me know. Hit that like button, you guys always know that helps me out tremendously, and let's get into it. But actually, before we get into it, the gameplay you're currently watching, unfortunately, is the state of Call of Duty nowadays. I am playing on Nuketown, one of the sweatiest games ever. This was like my 4th game last night, and every single game before this was just like this. This was one of those where I actually kind of did decent, because my god, this game is sweaty. I don't know if that's just how Call of Duty is nowadays, or if that has to do with SBMM. We're going to talk about that later in the video, but like, if you don't even want to listen to me, just watch the gameplay. You guys know, this is what it is. This is what it is. But we're going to start with the pros for multiplayer, because I promise you, it's going to go pretty quick, okay? I have one thing to say for the multiplayer, because they did not do a very good job. I'm very disappointed with the multiplayer in Season 1. The new guns are nice. That's all I can really say. The new guns in Black... Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Rick. Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Hope you guys are having a good day. And honestly, Call of Duty's getting a little boring. It's getting a little bland. So I felt like today was the time to switch things up a bit. I was scrolling through my YouTube feed this morning. And I found this video from Nadeshot. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Nadeshot. Been watching him for like 15 years now. Even though I've called him out recently on some bullshit, I do think he's absolutely hilarious, and we see it within today's video. This is called Nadeshot being out of pocket for 11 minutes straight. I want to react to this video with you guys, and I would love to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys enjoy this type of content. I'm just going to let you guys know it gets a little explicit, okay? So if you're under the age of 17, maybe probably a good idea to get your ass out of the video right now. But as always, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the video.
Okay, say Ultron has 10 drones just staring at me with C4 aligned in them, and they'll detonate, and the only way for you to stop them from detonating is to get on stream, go full cam, pull down your pants, and masturbate to climax.
Yo, what? What are you talking about, bro?
And the only way for you to stop them from detonating is to get on stream, go full cam, pull down your pants, and masturbate to climax. Now,
What?
I'm saving you, brother.
but hear me.
Oh my
You
god.
gotta think of the real ramifications, all right? This is like a real hypothetical. It's not like...
Okay, number one, how is he even thinking about this? And number two, it is crazy that he can't see his wife right next to him, and he's about to go off about Scumpy doing this crazy act live on stream. And number one, Scumpy, the fact that he says he's saving him, I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to show my 2-incher on stream for everybody and then lose my YouTube channel. Are you kidding me? Maybe, just to give you guys some
Didn't you say Ultron? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm randomly spawning in an EMP grenade and I'm destroying Ultron, bro. What the fuck you gonna do when your shit's fried?
excitement. I don't know, man.
We don't know what's gonna happen. Like, imagine life plays out after that, and
God.
you know, you just stroked your, you smacked your live on cam. You know, whether it's big, small, who cares?
Look how serious he is.
Comment on it. They're gonna say something about it. But then they all watched you do like one of the most private things a man can do. You might get banned. You might lose sponsors. Would you?
Wait, hold on. He said.
Think in the comments section. Listen, but as always,
Drones.
subscribe button, and let's get into the video.
Okay, say Ultron has 10 drones just staring at me with C4 aligned in them, and they'll detonate, and the only way for you to stop them from detonating is to get on stream, go full cam, pull down your pants, and masturbate to climax.
Yo, bro, detonating versus losing my career. I mean, I'm not gonna lose it if I literally have proof that I'm gonna die, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I could. No, nah. To save my life, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, dude. It's like no.
And,
My God.
you know, you just stroked your you just smacked your live on cam. You know, whether it's big, small, who cares?
Look
You
how
know,
serious
they're
he
gonna
is.
Comment on it. They're gonna say something about it. But then they all watched you do like one of the most private things a man can do. You might get banned. You might lose sponsors. Would you do it? Would you actually? What the
Oh my God.
are you doing here, honey?
Oh,
What are you doing in my? We gotta get a bell.
he pulled up.
You gotta get
How long you been
a
standing there
doorbell.
He pulled
You
up.
heard the whole thing?
No.
That's unbelievable. That
You know
is
what's
unbelievable.
up right now is I'm picturing Seth naked. Just try to think about it. Warren can't get it out of my head now.
I watched Nate Shot quite a bit, but I didn't know he was like this upfront about talking about other men's balls. Does Scump's left one hang lower than the right?
Yo, what are we saying?
Come on!
I just wanna that man tonight. When I was 14, I got cock in mouth, brother.
What?
It wasn't the whole thing, but it counted. What?
Quick scoped him. Oh my God.
Yo, for real though, like, is he being straight up? For everybody that watches Nate Shot a lot, does he do this quite often? Is he just messing around? Because he just literally said at 14 years old he took some meat. Oh my God, Nate Shot, damn, dude. I gotta start watching more of his streams. I ain't gonna lie, man. If this is how funny it is all the time, I mean, I've seen him say some funny ass stuff, but this, God,
Holy shit, Seth.
this is the type of content we need on YouTube.
Show me that kitty cooter. Oh, hey, honey. Oh, Jesus. You really do walk in at the worst possible times ever, honey.
Do you guys
Seth's playing
think-
as a cat, and he saved my life, so I said, let me see the kitty cooter.
Do you think his wife questions his sexuality? I think my wife would.
Jesus Christ. I'm in hell.
I'm sure she's heard worse.
You think my wife will fuck me tonight, even though she heard me say kitty cooter? Talking to scum?
I'm going to the loadout or the bar.
Oh, I am so sorry. Oh, my God.
Alright, bro. This is a compilation of Nate Shot. Bro, I don't even know what the fuck Nate Shot is, bro.
Boy. You know what I'm saying?
A connect.
And here's another POV that he couldn't hide. Somebody spectating him and his so-called
Gotta love Zeus, man. Yo, this guy's fucking hilarious, bro.
teammates, which are blatantly aimbotting with the Titan. Now, you might think that's skill, but this is just straight up Titan computer vision aimbot. This is zero skill. Any potato could do this, and it's blatant aimbot. And that's why he's hiding his goddamn screen. But thankfully, someone spectating him here sent me this. That is the one.
Also, this right here. Okay, the fact that someone on his team, a random, clipped this shit and then sent it to Zeus in specific. Yo, bro, you're a cook.
One guy that you have at the very top of your leaderboards and nothing is being done. So just in case all this proof wasn't enough and someone watching has brain damage, I'm gonna put this to where it's irrefutable this guy is cheating and needs to be banned instantly. Just watch this clip for a second and you might recognize a name. You're gonna watch someone with aimbot using a Titan, blatant aimbot using a Titan, and that player's name is I Abuse My Q, someone he's playing with right now. So this person killed him, and what does he do? He's doing the right thing here. This is just another cheater I can play with, someone I can add to my arsenal, and that's exactly who he's playing with now. He knows this guy's aimbotting, he knows this guy's cheating, and guess who he's playing with? The guy that's aimbotting and cheating. This guy is scum. Now, he also always streams with only his... I would be willing to work for you guys for absolutely free. The fact you're doing nothing about something...
I don't know about that, nah, little time. Hey, man. If I'm gonna get motherfuckers going for you guys, you know, you gotta, like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Something costing you hundreds of...
Compensation, man. Nah, I'm playing, but, I'm not playing. Compensation.
Millions dollars is not only negligence to your player base, but negligence to your shareholders. Because they're the people you actually care about, not your player base. That big dollar bills, y'all. It's an absolute disgrace that you have let it come this far, and something needs to be done immediately. People are blatantly live streaming cheating at number one. You have Discords currently filled with people asking to play with cheaters. People on TikTok uploading proof of them cheating, and none of them are being banned. Currently, to my knowledge, there has only been 2 people that have been banned for the Zen. And why I will give you a little bit of credit for those. I exposed N-Dodge and he admitted to his use, and I also exposed the fact he used scripts. You guys did ban him, but only other documented case I can find of you banning a Zen guy was from my viral video talking about this issue, and which one of the people that provided me all that information did get banned because he didn't care about his information being censored. So you have currently only banned 2 people for using these devices, which very clearly go against your terms and services. But then you have another problem of your hand. You ban these guys and they keep popping back up. Like this ugly ass idiot right here.
I can't believe Noah's like 8.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hello?
And I'm back.
Congratulations, maybe. You banned the guy blatantly live streaming on his new account's ban evading, but guess what? You think he's gone? Boom, he's back. Boom, he's back. Boom, he's back. How many times do you have to ban this guy before some better system is put into place? You have very well...
I'd say IP ban him, if that's possible. So basically it'd be like this: no matter what account he creates, he's not gonna be able to play. Even if he hops on a VPN, it'll still have his. It'll be like this: the VPN won't be able to bypass Apex's cheating system. That makes any sense.
Known cheaters just continuously coming back and destroying the integrity of your game. And one of those biggest issues you face is not hardware banning the console guys and only giving them temporary bans, and then they just make a new account and come back clean. Now, you have managed to start banning some of the Switch users that are using blatant aimbot and wall hacks through the access of memory on those jailbroken devices. That I give you credit for, but you might be unaware because you don't pay any attention to the console community that those same hacks on the Switch are now on the PlayStation 4, and they've managed to access the memory there as well, and they're just rage hacking away on PlayStation because your server-side anti-cheat isn't implemented there yet, whereas these rage hacks on PC usually get caught pretty quickly. These ones on console are just left to go rampant without facing any repercussions because your blatant lack and disregard for the whole console ecosystem and community. The PC cheating issue is definitely bad, but you do have a team working over there, but console has gone neglected. If you don't care about Apex, you don't care about the game, at least care about your shareholders and the potential to generate hundreds of millions, if not billions.
Because wouldn't the people who play the game typically be the shareholders? Because they buy skins, cosmetics, all that shit, you know what I mean? Bundles, whatever the fuck. So are they technically not considered shareholders? I'm lost here.
In the rest of the Apex life cycle. Don't just wait out until Apex 2 to finally do something, because the discontent from the community and their hatred of...
They probably won't do anything during Apex 2 either, bro. Look at Siege X, bro. Like, what the fuck? Motherfuckers created Rainbow Six Siege. You have Rainbow Six Siege. You have Siege X. Nothing changed. Any second version of a game will not clear of the cheaters. COD is a great example. MW19, rampant with cheaters, bro. MW2, yeah, MW2, cheaters, bro. BO4, cheaters, bro. MW3, cheaters, bro. What else? Black Ops 6, cheaters, bro. Black Ops 7, cheaters, bro. So it's like, that's the definition of creating a new game and da da da, and nothing being changed or fixed, nothing of that nature, bro. Like, the problem still is still there regardless, and it's ridiculous.
Cheating, and the fact that you've left it rampant would sour people away from that game too. That's all I'm gonna say here, but if you let this #1 pred make it to the end of the season without getting his account permanently banned, I think everyone's gonna lose all hope in Apex Legends and its future, which is something I personally don't want to happen, and you definitely shouldn't either.
Mighty Zeus, god of thunder from down under.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, it scared me. I thought Kratos was speaking like Zeus. Hold on, let me actually play that clip. Your son has returned. Bro, when God of War came out, this is one of the biggest games of all time, bro. Release. God of War 2005. This shit first came out in 2005, 20 March. This was like one of the biggest games ever, bro. Look, 9.9 out of 10, 9.8. That game was like that.
Zeus, your son has returned! I bring the destruction of Olympus!
And like everything just looks so like nice and clean. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, this game was. I damn near want to say ahead of its time, low key. Graphics is looking fire there.
Warstock, it suck when chish.
Also, what the hell is this shit, bro? Predator Badlands? What is this, bro?
Lohon harkiden, it yawits jangwut chish. Idok ich hareit tal.
Yeah, okay, bro.
Got him!
G'day. In the last 24 hours, all hell has broken loose, and this was about to be a very, very angry Zeus video.
I'm sorry. Also, before I continue on, this vid is crazy because literally he's not even no bullshit. I don't even think it was 24 hours, but I think that shit happened in like under 24 hours. So I think hours after he dropped the other vid prior to about EA not banning cheaters, dude got banned in the same day, bro.
And I know a lot of you guys enjoyed that, but this video is not that. And I need to go ahead and explain exactly what's happened. But first things first, I don't want to take credit for a lot of what's transpired, seeing as most of the credit is down to you guys. You guys are the ones that sent me a lot of the information, made me aware of the whole situation, so I was able to put together a video showing undeniable evidence of blatant cheating happening at the very top of the console leaderboards. And you guys were rightfully outraged by the entire situation, and it was simply something that EA could not ignore. The first thing they did was temporary ban the #1 PlayStation Predator. It was a 24-hour temporary suspension, and this video was about to be very different. So the overall #1 Pred on PlayStation posted this on TikTok. Corny motherfucker thought he could just come back and cheat though. And within a few games of him being unbanned, this happened.
Oh, nah. Banned because some girl is I'm not, you should have said, you don't want to see that percentage, you banned again. Let's try it. I'll be back. Oh, no, that's funny, bro. WZeus.
Permanent ban for cheating and gameplay enhancement, which is exactly what he was doing. I like how he's such a victim and he blames a grown-ass man for getting him banned, but he forgets to remember that he's the one that literally admitted to cheating on live stream. Like, how dumb can you be, brother? It is your fault you are banned, your fault you're cheating, your fault you're playing with cheaters. Like, when are you gonna take accountability, you absolute rat? He thought all the clout and the attention was a good thing. The sad thing is, though, it's not a console ban, so he is able to make a new account. But I'm hoping that changes too, because more needs to be done. But my video wasn't sunshine and roses for everyone. Have a listen to this guy.
Zeus exposed? Zeus is like... Whew. Zeus also thought that strike packs were still relevant. The only cheat he knew about was strike packs and Zens. That shows how outdated Zeus knows about a lot of knowledge.
Huh?
But he doesn't cheat. He just plays with all the cheaters. He made a video on X's, because apparently X is Zins. I mean, it's like obvious that he doesn't, no? But they're saying you can controller and Zen.
So this guy claims I know nothing, yet proceeds to prove himself that he knows way less than I do. For those wondering, Zim Matrix is a device where you can play mouse and keyboard on console or plug in any controller of your choice. So you go pass through. You could literally play controller and mouse and keyboard on the Zim. It also has the ability to download scripts exactly like the Zen for stuff like recoil control and movement.
Ooh. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe I owe you guys an apology. My bad, guys. My bad, guys. I didn't believe you. Sorry. You guys were right. I was wrong. You think it's actually Zim? I mean...
This guy right here is probably cheating himself, bro. Like, anyone that says they don't know what a Zim is or whatever, bro, they're lying. It's now starting to click to me. I'm now realizing I'm playing, but it's now starting to click to me. Like, anyone that says they don't know what this, that, the third is, they're lying, bro. They're lying. Like, this shit, like, they're lying, bro. It's 2020. It doesn't even matter what year it is, bro. I'm fucking lying, bro. That's all I gotta say, man. Don't believe anybody.
He's using, here, Teddy, I'll tell you what. I'm not gonna lie. You can tell. Well, Niles, like in the clip, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway.
How do you go from defending him to just fucking outright saying, "Oh, maybe"? No, he's probably. I'm not gonna lie. Like, come on, bro. This guy's a cheater in himself, bro.
That you
in the clip now, it shows like shaking that you do with a keyboard. And you can hear him say, "My arm." I'm not gonna lie, that is Zim. Because he did say, "My arm hurts." No one says their arm hurts after jittering with their thumb. Because you jitter with your thumb, you don't jitter with your arm on the controller. He was like shaking with like a keyboard, like a mouse. He was shaking on his teammate. I guess he was like imitating like Titan and stuff. It's like obvious. He's like using it.
So that was one of the top creators from console. It's a good thing he admitted he was wrong though. That I can absolutely respect. You see it time and time again, people unable to admit they were wrong. But now this is where it gets crazy, because at the same time the PlayStation guy got permanently banned, so did the Xbox guy that was playing with him a lot of the time. And this is the comment he made about me when it happened. Now, I remember when Charlie got his life threatened, this is what he did.
So he kept saying, oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you, waving his gun around and dancing.
You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips.
You absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. The same way that this is also a mag.
Literal perfection, but I'm from Australia, so unfortunately, these are the only guns I have, baby. Now, this is proof that it was actually I was...
Own guns in Australia? What the fuck? First the spiders, snakes, and now no guns? But yeah, we're smoking, bro. But under some of the strictest laws in the world, an ownership is considered a privilege, not a right. The laws are complex and vary slightly from territory.
Zitsky, aka Sergio, that gave me the threat, and what I had to say is, pull up to Australia, no Titan is gonna help you. Which this actually upsets some people. How am I supposed to know it's a kid? Do I have to ask for a goddamn social security number and passport before I tell someone to pull up?
All for you being happy, you got the guy mad with the child like that. Okay, guys. Okay, this nigga right here is like, shut your ass up, bro. Like I hate. It's like people will, mind you, if they didn't know whatever the guy is, whatever his name is, age, he would have never said that. Let that be known now. And I guess he's the type of guy to point something out that literally no one would ever peep or never, but not in the way in which it's like, okay, something has to be pointed out. I mean, essentially, yeah, this has to be pointed out, but it's like, dude, no one knows who the fuck that guy is. He's a random on the net, shit talking, another content creator. Literally, no one knows who he is. Look at his fucking following, bro. 22 followers. Nobody knows who this is, brother. You're a nobody. Fuck. Like this guy, he has to be someone close to him, bro.
Do I have to ask for a goddamn social security number and passport before I tell someone to pull up? Like the guy threatened to shoot me. How is anyone sticking up for this dude? This meme right here is Mr. cheating in Apex gets banned. Fuck Zeus. Some people on the cancerous app TikTok were like sticking up for the #1.
I said it's funny, man. Wazowski, I'm just gonna call him Wazowski. He's Titan. I don't know how you people think he's only Zim and he walks like an AI, but as AI as Zim, but I think he's Titan. And I hate when people say I think he's, bro. He is what you think he is, bro. He only plays Titan on boost, not on his main. But number 3 Vads, he got on a full Titan, just doesn't matter. And it's 6 Manef badges.
And Pred cheater. And his own friends were saying stuff like he only uses his aimbot cheating devices when it's on.
Yo, bro, I'm gonna slide right back. I'm gonna get my ass some food, but I'll be right back, though, bro. Yeah, hold on. trying to speed run breaking your body, bro. Broken bones, tendons snapping, bro. Muscle tears, like. What does that even mean, shock loading? Like, hello? back, bro.
Other people's accounts boosting, but he doesn't use it on his own account. Like, how dumb can you be? What is wrong with your head? The motherfucker is cheating and playing with cheaters. I don't care which account it is on. The motherfucker deserves to be banned. And the reality is, let's just say this guy is a kid. How am I supposed to know? This is a very good moment where you
saying, like, exactly what I'm saying. This is a random fuck on TikTok. He could literally be any age. The fuck? Like, what the hell?
Fuck around and find out. This is great consequences for your actions. If you are really a kid, regardless of if you're cheating or not, you should be going outside and living your goddamn life, not spending 13 hours a day cheating to get some rank you don't deserve. I really hope he takes his time off Apex to do something better with his life, because if he is young, there's plenty.
You spend money on cheats, bro. You sit and brag. Like, it's like, how can you be so proud and boastful and brag braggy or then brag about something you don't even deserve, bro? The fuck?
Of times to start making better decisions and stop blaming other people for your own actions. But the reality is, why this is a W for Apex, this is only a drop in the ocean. A lot more needs to be done.
I've heard of fucking a chest tear. Gang, that shit looks crazy. It's like a stretchy muscle.
Done, and these leaderboards need the ultimate cleansing, because there's a lot more cheating and Titan devices now at the top. I'm really hoping they come forward with a statement and a plan of action on how they're going to deal with this. I think even just one person would be able to pretty much clean house on console in one day by getting access to the Discords where they're blatantly talking about their cheating, access to the TikTok where they're blatantly posting their cheating. Like, they could absolutely wipe clean these leaderboards in a small amount of time. The evidence.
BRB, I'm sorry. Bag has got some food.
This is absolutely everywhere, and these cheaters are straight up shameless scumbags. And just an update, I know a lot of you guys watched the video where I made a fake script website which actually sells scripts that mess up cheaters. If you haven't seen that video, I'll definitely check it out. I want to thank all the people that reached out willing to help me with my next project. Building the fake cheat that messes people up and also records them while doing so. I had a bunch of software guys, ex-cheaters, and coding nerds reach out to help with that project. But it is a big undertaking, so an ETA on that is not anytime soon, because I'm going to Colombia in a few days here. I know this is a gaming channel, but YouTube technically isn't my full-time job, so I don't care how many views or what I upload. I'm just going to upload whatever I want. So I'm going to be busting out Colombian videos even if they get 2 views. But that is all, just a quick update video. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not scared at all of the threats coming my way. I've been a YouTuber for over 10 years now. I've literally lost count of the amount of times people have wanted to end me, especially me being me.
I've lost count of the amount of times people have wanted to end me, dog. What the hell?
I'm controversial. I say whatever the hell I want, and I call people out all the time. So the Xbox Preds is going to have to join a long line of people that want me finished. Well, let's be real. If it's going to happen anywhere, it'll be Colombia, because over there it's completely crazy. And my girl, who's already over there, actually witnessed like a cartel hit incident the other day. So, I don't know. It might be a little bit crazy over there, but I'll tell that story in the Colombian vlogs when I'm there. That is all for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Mighty Zeus, god of thunder from down.
Nah, W Zeus though, bro. See, close code.
You and I both know that a female taking male hormones does male hormone.
How we go from looking W to W?
So this.
The Dharma Shark.
Oh no, we gotta watch this shit.
Testosterone, among the other things he's looking at. So as I've tried to explain to you guys so many times now, people still cannot get this. Somebody taking steroids does not mean they're going to be really big or really impressive even in terms of their physique, even if they've been taking them for a long time, and even in pretty good doses. Contrary to the prevailing theory, the average steroid user is not really that jacked, much less a bodybuilder or a fitness model or even an athlete. They are general people in the gym, oftentimes still in their novice gains. And now that said, a common mistake that users of any type make is ignoring their blood work. And whether you're natural or enhanced, there's a lot of insights you can gain from getting your labs done. And when it comes to that, the metric that always gets really focused on is total testosterone. That said, total T is only one piece of the overall hormone puzzle, especially for men. And if you want to figure these things out, my sponsor, LabCorp On Demand, offers over 80 tests that you can choose from. You don't need a doctor's appointment to learn more about your health anymore. With LabCorp On Demand, the process is seamless. Go to trylco.com/revival and use code REVIVAL. Purchase your desired tests, then make an appointment or walk in to one of LabCorp's 2,000 plus patient service centers across the United States for your sample collection. I've done this myself. The entire process takes about 10 to 15 minutes total. It's something you could easily get done during your lunch break at work or during a day of errands. And the next time I go, I think I'm going to get the comprehensive testosterone test. This takes a look at not only total T, but free T, albumin, and SHBG. These all work symbiotically with each other. These four metrics provide the most complete picture of overall testosterone in the body, because total T by itself is missing context. When you test, your sample will be collected using the same methods as the doctor's office. There's no need to prick your own finger. Testing is performed at LabCorp's CAP-accredited, CLIA-certified clinical laboratories that typically process 3 million samples every week. You can even skip the waiting room and wait in your car or outside until the lab technician is ready to see you. You'll be notified by email when your results are ready to view, often as early as the next day. You'll be able to clearly see your results in your confidential...
I think he's comparing himself to other people and saying there's better looking people out there, and so I need to do better.
Well, this is what I mean about people into aesthetics and hypertrophy getting upset about looks maxing. What Greg just described is exactly what that is. Looks maxing is just bodybuilding for the face.
You want to be 99th percentile at all aspects of life.
Absolutely.
Except maybe longevity.
If that's his prerogative, that's fine. And just like bodybuilding, or even just general muscle building, if you want to maximize your physique, you're not going to be able to maximize longevity at the same time. That is not possible. Same with looks. If you want to maximize your looks, you cannot do that and maximize your lifespan at the same time. It's simply a trade-off that you have to make.
This guy is one of the most interesting characters I've ever seen. He reminds me of a combination of Togi and Brian Johnson, of all people, rolled up into one.
That reminds me too. I should react to Togi on here, right? Comment down below. I never have. He seems like a degenerate. What's he, a big gambler or something? From what I recall too. He takes gear and so-called looks natty to people in comment sections. But Brian Johnson, he's like the longevity guy. He's a total moron. He eats a vegan diet to supposedly optimize his lifespan, which does not make any sense.
He cares about maximizing his looks. at all costs. He started using steroids at 14.
Yes, he did openly. And then I believe he got expelled from his university for, I guess they found out about it somehow.
Yo, why were you using steroids at 14? Niggas don't want to be kids anymore, bro. Motherfuckers trying to turn into, I don't even know, muscle. Bro, you're not even going to look like a kid. It's going to look like a piece of muscle, bro. That's it, bro.
Don't know how exactly.
He wants to lengthen his limbs because he's only 6'2".
I have not heard he wants to lengthen his limbs. Does he actually want to do that? Because there is no need to take that risk. Yeah. It's 6'2". You are far above average at that height.
And he's getting titanium implant surgery in order to make him look prettier.
Yeah, he wants to get, I think it's
that's going to be the biggest flop, setback, fail, L of all time. I'm calling it.
Double jaw surgery, which I think his jaw looks pretty good as it is. So, yet again, he doesn't have to do that, but I guess that one makes more sense than the limb lengthening surgery. I will say, like, I think he's objectively pretty high on the look scale already, so hopefully for his sake there's no problems with the surgery, because if he ends up looking worse than before, that's gonna end up really badly, I think.
He wears makeup, and he's a neural divergent, which I learned has something to do with autism or something.
Okay, man, the entire neurodivergent thing, I don't know if he's been formally diagnosed, but everybody now is autistic. Like, everybody. People just claim that now as a label. I have a hard time taking anything like that seriously now because the criteria is so vague and so many people claim it. It's like, I'm autistic. It's like, yeah, so is everybody. We stare at screens all day long. We're losing social skills.
I'm going to argue that he has body dysmorphia and that he somehow messed things up during his childhood, and that this is not the kind of guy that we should emulate.
Okay, well, if that's your logic, Greg, which is fine. If Greg is going to try to paint himself here as like the guy you should emulate or follow, like I said, guys, aesthetics, whether it's the face, the body, or both, it's the same thing. You are hyper-fixated on appearance, right? You can't point fingers at one, but then be totally okay with the other.
If you have a kid watching this guy's videos, I'm warning you, be careful.
The projection from Greg is just incredible, isn't it? Greg Doucette has given thousands and thousands, it could be hundreds of thousands at this point, of young lifters, men and women too, eating disorders. They're terrified of gaining weight. Sometimes they cut so low and stay there that they develop hormone problems and other issues related to that. I've discussed this at length on my channel, much more in the past than recently, but I've got plenty of receipts, guys. Okay, like Greg Doucette trying to be like, oh, stay away from this guy, he's a bad influence. It's Greg Doucette, for fuck's sake.
Something else. So what this guy said right here, bro, you were 5'10", 120, unless you legitimately look like a fat blob, walking meat sack. I mean, grease is literally sweating off your forehead. You did not need a cut, bro. Huh. Motherfucker didn't see abs and now he needs to cut.
Stay away from this guy, he's a bad influence. It's Greg Doucette, for fuck's sake. I mean, goddamn, man.
What was the exact moment you decided that natural puberty wasn't enough?
I thought, why would I work out as a natural, take years to make the progress that I can make in months?
This already could be an entire video. He started injecting 300 milligrams of testosterone a week at 14. He asked, where did you get this information? And I was praying.
How did you even acquire testosterone at 14? What money, bro? Like, what just a lot of what
wouldn't have said from Coach Greg. And thankfully, he said, Derek, why should you wait when you can get your gains sooner than last time?
This is something I've talked about before too, but you could argue that Derek, which is more plates, more dates, which he seems to be just MIA at this point, but I think you could argue he's got more people on steroids than any dealer ever has, or any pro bodybuilder for that matter.
I'm surprised he couldn't answer these questions himself. At 14, you haven't even gone through puberty yet. Why are you rushing puberty? Why do you want to be an adult when you're a child?
Because that's what it's like when you're a kid, man. We've all been through it, right? You think that being an adult is great because you have more freedom until you actually get older and you realize, oh my god, it's just endless fires to put out all the time and endless responsibility. What's the phrase? Youth is wasted on the young? But that's just how it goes, so it's not surprising.
Some of the best years of your life are going to be when you're a teenager. And when you get older, You would do and pay anything to get those years back, but yet you want to fast forward to your future.
Well, I'll tell you what, Greg, in terms of the space that collab comes from, like looks maxing / black pill, which are not exactly the same thing, but a lot of those guys do not want to go back to their teenage years. They start looks maxing because their teenage years were so bad. They didn't get any girls. A lot of times didn't have any friends, maybe a few. They were just kind of slovenly gamers. They call it ascending. They want to ascend from the pits that they were in. And let's be fair here, a lot of people really have underwhelming teenage years. They're not all that they're cracked up to be. I mean, I think Greg, wasn't he competing or starting to compete when he was like 16 or something? He was very young himself. He was already on Gear 2. I have no doubt about that. So this gets a lot of lip service, but I think a lot of people would not want to go back to being 14, 15, 16. I look back at my life at that point. It was pretty underwhelming. I don't miss it.
Why not just enjoy the ride? Not to mention...
I'd go back to lock in, man. That's just it. That's all I can say, lock in. Because boy, oh boy, I set myself back tremendously.
All the horrendous side effects, taking years off of your life and so on.
Okay, Greg, how do you quantify taking years off of your life? From what, 300 milligrams of testosterone? The effect that's going to have on almost every guy's life is extremely minimal, if anything at all.
At 14 years of age, you don't even know what you want. You might think you want to be a bodybuilder, to looks mass your muscles and so on. Couple of years later, you're thinking, no, I don't even like weightlifting. I want to do something else. This is not the time to experiment with dangerous drugs and do it in secret.
I understand that point. A lot of people jump into, for example, steroids pretty heavy when they're young. And then a few years in, they're like, I don't really like this as much. And, you know, the side effects take place and their looks can get tanked, all this other stuff. That's just what happens whenever... It doesn't even have to be young. If you are even older, people that are very low inhibition, they just kind of jump into things. That said, whenever somebody's young, they don't really have the like long-term thinking capacity to reason out these things.
I'm going to get my physique going as quickly as possible. I do not care about side effects. I don't care about any implications.
Oh yeah, this boy, I want to say this boy, Buddy's a tweaker. I don't care about side effects. I don't care about dying. I don't care about living. I don't care about anything anymore. I just want to become nothing. Yo, what the fuck?
Oh, this guy's using drugs.
Like I've said, man, the looks maxers are unique in the sense that they are very open.
You won't even enjoy it. Like, I mean, not even that. Whatever happens to you, bro, all I gotta say is this. If bro hits that button, don't say you weren't warned.
Most of them about their steroid use. Now, when it comes to the surgeries, some of these guys have so much obvious work done to their faces, and they're like, oh, I've never done anything, bro. It's like, okay, buddy.
My opinion is this is what happens when your parents don't say no. Oh, my son is special. He's neurodivergent, and so I'm just going to give him whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
I brought this up in my recent video about androgenic, which, speaking of a guy that acts like he hasn't got a lot of surgery when he obviously has, but these looks maxing guys, especially from a young age, I think almost all of them, one, have rich parents. Yeah, they come from wealth, especially from a young age. I think when he...
How do you go from buggy, buck-eyed, not buck-eyed, buggy, like, you look like a fucking bug, bro, to whatever the hell this is, bro. Yeah.
Obviously has, but these looks maxing guys...
And when a lot of them, bro, he's right about, I think their parents are rich, and I also think that, yeah, that's it. I don't know how else you could possibly obtain these drugs. Not gonna lie to you. Pretty sure for a lot of them, you need a prescription or an ID and prescription.
Guys, especially from a young age, I think almost all of them, one, have rich parents. They come from wealth, because how could they possibly afford all this stuff? Especially procedures. But number two, where are the parents? I don't know if it's a case like Greg is saying, like the parents kind of enable it. I think oftentimes the parents are just not in the picture, or they're very detached. Because if I was, say...
I think it's like this, right? They ask their parents for money. Their parents don't bat an eye, they just give it to them. And they just start buying all this shit. So it's like, it's not really more so the case. I mean, it is the case of where the parents, because it's like, if my son or daughter all of a sudden went from youthful, happy, da 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 to what's going on, Dad? I'm like, yo, bro, it's been a week. What the who are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
14, 15, or any point when I was living with my parents, if I went up to my parents and said, hey, I'd like to get plastic surgery, or even allude to it, I would get backhanded.
There's something that's very important that I was taught when I was a kid, and that is known as patience. Sometimes you have to wait. You don't just get whatever you want right away. I mean, if your goal later in life is to have children, start a family, should you start at 14? Hey, you know, I didn't want to wait, and so I found myself a girl.
I think that's a relatively weak metaphor. I don't think many 14-year-old guys are going to be able to find, much less attract, women who are going to want to have children with them. Maybe if you live in Amish country.
So your mom, she competed as a bodybuilder.
That might explain a lot.
Dad lifts, works out.
Does anyone think that growing up in a household where the parents are maybe obsessed with their looks, their appearance, the dieting, the perhaps taking steroids, performance-enhancing drugs, that it might have been noticed by a younger individual and that they might have looked up to those parents and thought, you know what, looks really do matter. I mean, look at how much my mom and my dad are obsessed with it.
Thank God Greg Doucette does not have kids. Can you imagine what he would produce?
I want to use steroids. And where do you think he got steroids at 14? Is it possible, maybe, that he got it from their parents? Snuck in the room, found it, and started using it in secret.
I don't know if I would chalk it up to sneaking in their room and using it, because the parents, unless they're totally stupid, would be like, our gear's been tampered with, right? But could the parents have helped him get some? Maybe. And yet again, guys, this is more common than you think. A lot of like hardcore sports parents, their kids are often at the end of middle school going into high school. And if they're like a standout athlete or maybe kind of on the cusp, there's potential scholarship money, all these other things. These parents will get their kids anabolics, growth hormone, all these other things. They will put their kids on them of their own accord. I think that Tristan Lee is a good example of this because, I mean, he's been famous for a lot of years now. He blew up when he was, what, like 15 or 16? He was shredded as hell, jacked. I think Tristan Lee's parents, maybe at least one of them, pushed him to do PEDs.
How did your parents react?
My parents would go through my room and find steroids, often confiscate them. So that'd be a bit of a burden.
A bit of a burden. You know, my parents are losers. They confiscated my testosterone. You know,
my parents, they're fucking losers, man. You know, they went through my shit, and now I'm a god. All right, boys, I'm gonna catch up.